What up, though? Ledge here. Chill with me. Wake y'all asses up. Good morning, battle rap. Good morning, battle rap world. Few things I want to get into before I bring on a dope guest who just had a really solid, more than solid. Let me not even shortchange him. Really standout performance. iBattletv, salute the Lex. We'll get into that guest in a bit. Kind of want to go around, talk about things that's been going on. A couple little think pieces from really dope media members. Salute to all the media that's out there. Um, so Snake Eyes, right? A guy who I had the honor of interviewing when he was here in Detroit. He battled times and real cool, solid dude, humble, and just going about his business. I always give him credit for traveling and going to people's buildings. Like he's going against Times in Detroit, going against Geechi, you know what I'm saying, in the West, dot everything in the West. Like he's traveling, going against you on the road. So I always want to give him his props on that. Recently announced that he is no longer with Dot Mob, and it came a bit as a shock because he's one of the guys who's been pro Dot Mob, waving the flag, even when I would say nobody was around waving the flag with him. You know what I mean? So it's a little, unfortunate. Don't know why. I'm sure he'll come out and maybe voice his reasons why. But I don't feel like it was any bad blood. I feel like this was a move that he just felt like he needed just to grow and further reach a different level, similar to when Av left Cave Gang. There was no love lost, no bad blood. People just want to move on, man, and spread their wings and do their own thing. But I'm sure Twitter and all the social media people gonna have fun with this, being that he was a guy who was waving the flag heavy for Dot Mob. But I think, and this is where I'm coming with my own little theory, right? This is where I'm coming with, oh shit, Ledge been sitting down trying to put some shit together. I just feel like certain people are better without being a part of a faction. I feel like, and they gonna hate me for this, but respect. And I know I joke with Cuban in the Cuban hood a lot, but that's all respect too. So I don't want them to feel like, oh, you just doing. Listen, the Goonies had a lot of potential, but I felt like certain people who got there got worse once they joined. And one being Glue Easy, right? So Glue Easy, before he got with them, he had a standout performance, I believe, versus was that no Av. He battled Av. He battled Twerk like kind of early in his URL, and he was like on a trajectory. He had the personality, he had the bars, he had the look. Like nobody looked like him. He had a unique look to him. He had it all. And I'm not saying they like directly affected what he did, but you're only good as the company you keep. And when I say Snake Eyes and Dot Mob from a battle rap standpoint isn't as strong as they once were, where you had Shine repping, Rex in his prime repping. You had all these different guys and women, like even Shayna Ashley was on the women's side killing shit, right? So you had just a strong ass unit, all battle rapping at a high level. Snake Eyes just like kind of only one that was really active, pushing, trying to push the brand, and that can be a lot of weight on your shoulders, man. I would assume, and it can take its toll. So when you move on, you moving on to look out for yourself and make sure you're good. But I'm sure he still keeps in contact with them. I'm sure they support his decision on that. So, but battle rap culture is messy. So they gonna get you gonna get these jokes off. And if they funny enough, I'm gonna laugh at some of the jokes. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Outside of that, there's been other talks on a different level. Shout out to Mr. Check Your Temperature, my man Frustration Q, who was on this show last week, and he brought up Geechi, right, when we was talking about who would be next for Geechi Gotti, and he said he wanted to see him versus Hitman. I agree. That's another battle I would like to see. But he also said something about Mount Rushmore, and I know that's a touchy subject. Everybody don't want, like, some people hate the term Mount Rushmore. It's all in fun. Like, just don't get your panties in a bunch over that. But he asked, is he on route Mount Rushmore to you? What does he need to do to get there? And is it too soon or whatnot? And I just think that you definitely can be on there at some point because things change. I was talking to this guy on Twitter. Sorry, I didn't get the name, but I like to interact with the people. You don't have to be a battle rapper or a media member for media. I'm nobody, so I'm interacting with everybody who got a strong opinion on battle rap. And he was just like, I believe it was my guy Problem, who was just saying the foundation has been set. The guys who set the foundation for battle rap will always remain on the Mount Rushmore. And I just think that's not true. Because if that was the case, if that was the standard and the theory and the definition for all sports or any level of competition, then Michael Jordan would have never been on Mount Rushmore considered the GOAT. Like he would have never made it because based on that logic, Bill Russell and Bob Cousy and these guys would have been cemented as Mount Rushmore guys without anybody, no matter how many championships you won, no matter how many MVPs you had, you could never top it because they was here first, they set the mold, and they won. Like, this is not how it goes, man. Things evolve, things change. Now, with Geechi, I do feel like he got a little bit not more work to do, but hey, impact is impact. Impact is impact. Gale Sayers made the Hall of Fame, and he had a short career as a running back. It wasn't long like Emmitt Smith was. It was, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't 12 plus 10 to 12 years plus. It was a short-lived career, but he made his presence felt, and that can happen, man. That can happen. So I won't doubt that he couldn't make it. I would just say for me, Verb had to go through a lot for him to even start being considered. And this was, so going against Lux and Mook and making it debatable. I see people changing their minds saying he lost these battles, even though when these battles were happening and polls were coming out, I seen Verb winning on the polls, and then I seen them chant 3-0 in both buildings. But that we gonna let that don't let that go. You got Lux winning now, cool. I get it. Lux is always winning on the look back. I got it. But so let's just be fair and meet in the middle and say those battles were debatable. After those battles were debatable was when people felt comfortable enough to put Verb on the Mount Rushmore. Which even and so keep in mind, this was a guy before he even battled those two had like the resume unlike any other. He had already battled Arce, he battled Hitman, he battled Clips, he battled Hollow. Like that was his resume before he got to them. He battled Math. He battled what? Daylight, Danny Myers. Like he battled all these guys, man. All these guys. He battled Goods. It's like, yeah. And his record, you look back at all those battles I named, he got a winning record. But he had to battle the guys who they considered the top of the mountain. So I feel like for Geechi, maybe he has to do something similar. He's already battled Verb. He's already battled Arsenal. You know, maybe he battles, I don't know, battle Hollow, battle Get Mook. I see them teasing with pictures up with each other, hanging out. Battle Mook. Battle Mook and try to put him in the dirt. I think we can, you know, that talk will be much more realer than people think. But that's just my take on it. So y'all let me know in the comments if am I bugging on that, and we'll leave that as it is. All right. As for now, we're gonna get into this interview. All right, it's interview time. Got a special guest, man. His name is CJA. He is one of the guys that is tearing it up over there at iBattle. So you know, let's get into it, man. Stay here.
It's gunman after gunman after gunman. You don't like that, pussy, sue me. Every bar's a diamond. And all these gems in my head are for a little Uzi. Shoot. And I know that the kid's spazzing, but his name's Kang. I don't think this Jake can fuck with me even in pig Latin. I'm pig Latin.
All right. What up? What up? What up? We are here. Good morning, Battle Rap. Good morning, Battle Rap World. I am here with one of the talented guys who put on a show recently for iBattletv. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out versus Kang. He also got another battle coming up against Bob Barker. Site 3. It's going to be a good one. I love the card just in general. I'm talking to the one and only CJA, man, my brother. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, bro. Appreciate you having me on. Like I told you earlier, man, I just want to let everybody know this shit is bucket list for me. So I really appreciate being on, bro. Shout out Lex and you for making this happen.
Hey, yeah, no doubt, man. I want to say I've been watching. You probably don't even notice because I really don't like voice it, but I've been actually watching you for a minute. I think the first time I came across you, oh man, I don't want to get the league wrong, but I remember they had really good cameras and like I was bigging them up. 413, was you on there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember I was watching T Sawyer and Bricks on that league too.
So it was probably the Bacon battle, the psych me with a pistol thing.
Bacon, and then you went against somebody named Foul Play. Yeah, you had that some line like lean on him like I'm drawing a foul. You was name flipping them. You was fucking them up. I was like, yo, this guy's good. So I'll remember that, man. I'll remember that. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I was watching you for a minute, and now to see you come full circle and to do your thing against King, who's one of them guys over there, was really, really a joy to see, man. How did you? I want to ask you this because I feel like you guys, you MCs know who's like, okay, at some point, me and this person gonna.
We gotta run it.
Yeah, we gotta run it. So how far in advance were you kind of like, maybe even if you weren't writing shit down, but you kind of had bars in your head for Kang, like?
So right after the Jack battle, on iBattle, me versus Jack Casserole, Lex hit me up pretty much immediately and was like, "Yo, you versus Kang is gonna happen. Start writing." And I was like, "All right." Like, and to be honest, I wasn't too familiar with Kang at the time. I just was taking whatever because like my ultimate goal is to make it to the big stage, and I know Lex is not going to give me a bad matchup, and I know I got to show out. So
Absolutely.
I started looking into Kang right after the Jack battle, and it probably got locked in probably fucking 2-3 weeks after that, and that's when I really started writing. And then I got COVID, which if you watch the battle, he says COVID, the Glocks both gave him 19.
That was hard.
Bro, come on, bro. I was
heard
sitting there trying not like Jordan face, like
Yeah.
tears. Ridiculous. But yeah, I ended up getting COVID and I scrapped all that material. If I would have brought that material, I would have lost worse. So I really started stepping up writing after I got COVID because I had all that free time. But it ended up being, I'm glad it happened the way it did, because it ended up being a fire battle. And as you said, man, Kang is just one of them ones. If you guys haven't seen it, man, really go check it out.
Oh yeah, they definitely. And I'm gonna play a little clip. Hopefully Lex don't holler at me. I'm gonna play a little clip before they see this interview to give them some incentive.
Word.
It's definitely one of those to watch.
For real.
Yeah, and so like the lines you had in there in the freestyle rebuttaling, do you plan on doing that when you go into the battle? Like I'm a wait and see if he say something noteworthy and I'm gonna attack with a freestyle rebuttal, or is that just spontaneous once you hear it?
Yeah, if I hear something I can make a punchline out of like immediately in my head, I'm pretty good at coming up with shit on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the things I think I'll be able to do a lot better than Bob Barker coming up, by the way. But yeah. I have a lot of that, like as soon as I hear like a name or a reference, I can make pretty much a punchline out of anything. So when he said Joe Jackson, I was like, all right, well then I'm gonna be Michael, but you're not gonna beat me. I'm gonna shoot the shit out of you. And if I can relate it back to the niche that they know me for, the gun line punchline, I'm gonna do it. So it all depends on what they say, but I'm not actively going out there trying to rebuttal unless I'm losing. Yeah. And in the first round, I was like,
it was close.
Be losing this round. I got to come with some shit.
How do you feel? How do you feel about like the battle overall? Do you feel like you got any
battle's
other rounds?
A classic, man. I think it's a cult classic. I mean, it's 6 fire rounds on each side. Mm-hmm. There are a couple people saying like that I edged 2-1, which I'm very thankful for. I do think King won personally, but it's not a battle where anyone loses. I think there was a winner, but there's no losers. You know?
No, definitely. I think that battle was close. I will say it was a noticeable from the first round. Like you got better each round. I feel like your third was your best round.
Okay.
And I felt like he may have rapped a little bit longer than you those first rounds because like I feel like you was very much on time. Like whatever the time limit was, you stopped right at that time or something.
Dude, I gotta stop because
Yeah.
every time, dude, when I battled Chilla Jones, I wrote fucking 3 minutes, and that's what we agreed. And then Chilla spazzes on me for like 10, and I'm like, bro, like I gotta stop writing the time limits.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Nobody's calling time. I'm just so respectful, bro. I'm a real respectful ass dude. I'm like, we got other battles to run. I get it. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna write my time limit, and if you beat me on that, whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's a perfect segue because I was leading into that. You did battle Chilla in what was a really dope battle. A lot of people kind of, like I said, I watched you before then, but a lot of people kind of got wind of you for that battle, and
right.
And I always say I feel like when you guys get that big level test, you learn something like major, like win or lose. What did you learn coming out of that Chilla battle, like as far as adjustments or just from a writing standpoint?
So anytime, I mean, I'm real close friends with Chilla, man. Chilla's like a brother to me. So that's how that matchup kind of like came together. I knew going into it that I had to write the best me that I possibly could. But what a lot of people try to do when they battle Chilla, even the top tier names, the Twerks, the Nitties, the Geechis, they'll go in there trying, or K-Shine even, will try to out scheme Chilla. And like, I'm not gonna do that, bro. Like people try to take what their opponent's really good at and do it better than them. But the reason you guys are right the fuck there is because like you're doing what you're doing. So exactly. I knew going into this, I just had to be myself, and I had to write a little more layered than I normally do. I wrote a couple of what I thought were crazy layered punches, the Mass Ave, drug in the streets, and then relating that all back to how he went from scheming more to punching more.
Yeah,
I thought that was really layered. So what I really took away with that is I have to layer my writing and I have to angle more, and it's something I'm still working on. But I think you guys are really gonna like my performance with Bob Barker. I personally don't think he gets around on May 8th. Just if he does get one, it's because the crowd isn't feeling what I'm trying with the angle. But if the angle hits like I've sparred with everyone else, they're saying it's one of my best rounds ever. That
so Bob,
we're gonna really talk about it.
Yeah, Bob sound like he might be in trouble. But yeah, no, that Chilla battle was fire. Like I'm a big hockey guy. When you hit him with this Jerome McGinley shit and the penalty box line and shit like that, I was like, okay, I'm fucking with it. Yeah.
I appreciate it, bro. Those were just little fun, quirky things that just in Boston. Boston's a hockey town, man. So if you don't come with some references, you know, especially against the King, you know,
absolutely.
He's active on all things.
Yes, shout out to Chilla, man. Shout out to Chilla. Like you said, you got Bob Barker next, and I've been watching him recently. I seen him versus Benji. Was it Benji Reckless? I seen him versus City Towers a couple of months back, and different in competition as far as his stylistically, and you know. I'll be worried about guys like you in these battles because you coming off of such a high. You get what I'm saying? Like you coming off the Chilla. Yeah, you had Chilla. You had a dope ass battle with Kane. Now it's a guy that I'm sure people got you going in as the favorite. When I see these battles, I notice the vets or whoever's favorite take chances. Like, okay, you're not of that level, so I'm gonna try some new things. With you, are you trying new things? You already kind of alluded that you're gonna be trying something new. Is that too much? You think you're taking a big gamble, or you think it's right in your wheelhouse?
I don't think it's a big gamble. So I'll tell you this: there's 2 rounds that are pretty typical CJA. You know, coming in, I'm gonna punch your head off and name flip you to death. You know, but there's 1 round in this battle where, I'm just gonna. I don't want people always say I'm performance based. I don't have a pen. You know, I'm way too reliant on my energy. And I think iBattle is a good crowd for me to try something new. Not exactly new. It's still pretty heavy punches, but it's in a different way. And I don't think Bob will be able to fuck with it if it hits. And I don't know. I'm very confident in this one round that it's going to be like a take out the air of the room moment, you know, in what I do. So I'm real excited to try it. But like you said, with these top tiers, or like with these, when I go in as a favorite, I do like to try new things because I'm not done growing as a battler yet. Yeah. I'm better than Bob. Let's not get it twisted. But I'm not done growing yet. If I can't beat Kang, I'm not the best in the world. And until I'm there, bro, until I'm on the Smack stage or the King of the Dot main stage, which I'm pretty close to, and at least I like to think humbly, I'm not where I want to be yet. You know, I want to be one of the best to ever do this at the end of the day. So I'm going to keep trying new shit regardless of the opponent, but I'm not going to try something new with Chilla. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not going to try something new with Excel, but like,
that'd be dangerous.
This will be a good thing for me to see if this works. And if people want me to rap like this, then I will. I'll continue it.
Nice. When you look at yourself right now, when you talk about growth, in what areas exactly when you're talking about growing? What do you think you need to work on?
I think angling. I don't really angle. I mean, I did angle really well against Excel. He had a whole thing where he wasn't like, there was a couple battles he didn't show up to in a row or something. And that's no shade to Excel because he shows up to a lot of things. But it was the angle I took in the battle because the local crowd felt it. And I had a couple lines in there. Like I had this Janet Jackson one where we see you, like Chilla put his own GZ division here. 40 always shows up. And then when we see X pose on stage like Janet Jackson, we think, what have you done for us lately? And
fire.
So when I learn to angle with punches, I think I'll hit that next step. So I'm trying to angle more in my punches.
That's dope.
And I think you guys will see that in this round specifically.
With your punching ability, and if you find the right angle, that can be dead. I always say that's like a deadly combination in battle rap. An angle puncher type that can get you out.
Dunch is really good at those.
Dunch
you know,
and
he can make them dope and funny, which is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to him and Jables on the same card too.
Oh my god, bro! I don't even. The whole card is stacked. I mean, I think we'll get into that eventually, but
yeah, because you mentioned Jables in the battle previously. Is that the next level of opponent you want as far as the roster over there at iBattle? Is that the guy?
Yeah, I mean, I have 100% trust in Lex. You know, if he says like, "Hey, this is going to be a fire matchup," it's going to get you thousands of views. I had doubts about Kang. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to ever doubt Lex's opinion on anything, whatever battle I should take.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, do I want Jables? Bro, it would be the craziest punchline battle pretty much of all time.
Yeah,
and
I
have posts dating back to early 2020 saying we want CJA and Jables, mainly in the region that I was in Mass. But there's a lot of people who do want to see that battle because we're both the heavy punchliners and can throw a little comedy in there too, man. It would be a really fire battle. So yeah, a Jables battle is what I want, man.
Ooh, I want to see that. And you never know, man. I don't think it's too soon either because like I was expecting like Sick and Jables to happen maybe down the line, but that shit happened already. So
and it was crazy. So Sick and Kang is what's got to happen next.
Sick and Kang will be fire. Sick and Kang will be fire. Homeschooling Sneezy Bo, like Sneezy wants.
Wow.
Sneezy said he wants to battle homeschools. He said it on
the show. Really?
Yeah, he said it on the show.
Sneezy's another name I'd want to battle.
Yeah, you versus Sneezy would be good. Yeah, like it
Ghost.
just. Go like the roster over there at iBattle is just really top notch, man. Just talk about like the atmosphere because people don't really know until they go to an event. I haven't been to an event yet. I'm here in Detroit. Hopefully, when they come to the Midwest, I'll make a trip just to experience that. Talk about the atmosphere there and just how dope it is, man.
There are two leagues in the world that I've been to. I've been to a bunch of leagues that have like the craziest energy in the rooms and like a family and like friendly type environment no matter what's happening. And that's iBattle and No Coast, bro. Those two leagues, I've never walked into a venue and felt more comfortable. Lex is constantly taking care of you. Billy from No Coast New England was constantly taking care of me, man. There's always food at the venue. There's or at least there's like a snack spot right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? It's a vibe, bro. You don't know how to describe it until you're there.
Yeah.
It feels like home. It feels like a place where I'm comfortable at, and it's cool to just eat. And it's weird because I've gone to like 2 different iBattle events in 2 different cities, and they both were the same thing with different people. And it was like, how do you reciprocate this vibe so well? And they had like 200 plus tickets sold in Atlanta. They've never thrown an event in Atlanta, at least not recently that I know.
Wow. Damn.
It had a fucking room full of stars. K-Shine, Tay-Rock, all are there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. iBattle's events and No Coast events are just different.
Yeah. Shout out to No Coast as well, man. Shout out to iBattle. I've always, like, for the past 2 or 3 years, I've had it personally in my top 5 like leagues in the world. So,
yeah, same.
Yeah, so it's definitely like nonstop events too. I feel like y'all there's an event like every couple of weeks.
Every weekend it feels like like there's a studio series. It feels like every weekend where we're learning new talent, and then there's like the main cards that you get like Site 3 and Road Rage 3 and Takeovers, you know, and Cultivates, and he's throwing it. These aren't like cheap cards. Like these are headlined by Jables and Dunch. These are headlined by G-Lo and the Saga. Like what?
G-Lo.
The amount of consistent fire is crazy.
Danny Myers versus Kang. They
oh my god! So crazy little story here for you.
Go for
Me
it.
and Kang sparred before his Danny battle, and I remember writing, like I was in the middle of writing the round that I'm talking about. Right, I'm not gonna say which one it is, but the round that I'm talking about, I was in the middle of writing it with Kang, and he ends up going first, and wrapping his whole 1-rounder with Danny, and I'm just blown away at that point because if you've seen the battle, he has some of the craziest lines throughout the whole thing, man, that he's ever said in regards to even against me, bro. I think that was the best Kang we've ever seen, but we've seen an evolved version of that.
Absolutely.
It inspired me to go write this round that I have now. That I didn't have before then. And I'm real excited to show it off, but man, Kang is an inspiring motherfucker. That's what I'm basically trying to say.
No, yeah, definitely, man. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Hey, listen, I want to thank you for like giving me your time coming on this morning. And you know, it's early as fuck, but you know, hey, I appreciate you, man. CJA, your battle is Site 3 this weekend, man. Like,
yep.
And so you're done pretty much. You're done writing.
Writing is, I have the memory of a goldfish. So if I'm not done writing, probably like 3-4 weeks in advance, I'm gonna choke. I'm going to.
So you just in rehearsal revising?
I'm in rehearsal mode right now, which is I'm ahead of schedule where I thought I was gonna be. I have 2 out of my 3 rounds pretty much perfect, and then half of the third is done. So I just got to get the other half of the third, which will probably be done by today or tomorrow, depending on my work schedule, because I'm about to actually go in a little later. But if work's not busy, I should have it done by today. And if not, tomorrow, man, I'll be locked in and ready to go.
Nice. Real quick, who inspires you? Like who when you was watching battles, like who's those go-to people for you?
Well, Chilla obviously is
one. Right.
Rum Nitty is my GOAT. I will say this till the day I die. I think he's the best battler of all time. I mean, he doesn't have he's not more than a puncher, but neither am I.
Yeah.
So, hey. I mean, he's who I've been inspired by for years, bro. I met him once and I completely fanboyed, and I was just like, you know, I like.
Was that at the Jables battle where you met him?
No, I actually met him outside of Mass 3 when he battled Sharon because I was or Mass 4. Yeah. Because I was on the GZ day the next day versus G Show. So I was at that event, and that's when he battled Sharon, and I met him there, and I was just like, like holy fuck.
Yeah, man. That's not a bad guy to pick.
P and Real Deal are probably like
Mike P and Real Deal. Nice.
Mike P, I think one of the best things about him that I draw inspiration from is his opening lines, man. If anyone knows me, I will always I won't even write till I get a fire opening line. I always try to make that to set the tone. And I think Mike does the same. Mike has some crazy opening lines. He does the little three bars where he's just talking to you, and then it just leads to a fucking haymaker.
Yeah, that shit he said against Suge about a white boy going through
some shit.
That was tough. Still
Fire.
One of my favorite openers. No, that's a nice four, man. That's really a nice four. Hey, look, again, man, I want to say thank you and appreciate you for giving me some of your time. I'm looking,
of course, bro.
Looking forward to the results of you and just me, everybody else on this card, man. Salute to you and your progression, for real, man. Any shout outs or anything you want to plug?
No, but I am gonna talk my shit real quick about the Bob battle.
Let him know.
Bob, you can't fuck with me. I'm gonna keep that a bean. You can write to a slick level, but you're not going to match my energy. You're just not going to do that. And no matter what you bring, no matter what joke or what angle you're going to try to bring, it's not going to work. I promise you that. So you better come with your greatest punchlines and the greatest shit you ever wrote, because if not, you're going to lose 3-0. Cool. And I say that as I'm looking into the camera, because I'm talking to you, bro. And I'm going to be talking to you for 3 rounds. So prepare to lose, prepare to die.
Woo! Bob. Hey, Bob, I like you. You nice, but he not playing. He not playing with your ass. All right, man. So, hey, that's
bro,
all.
I appreciate you having me, man. If I am going to plug anything, my social medias are all at This Is CJA. I got shirts that'll be in the venue. Little Christmas tree on the front. I'm back wilding on the back.
Shout out to Rainmakers too, man. Shout out.
Man. Rainmakers, Rado, G.I. Go, family shit.
Yeah.
And Colt, man. Thank you for Lex for having us. Yeah. But I'm winning that performance of the night.
Yeah, get that bag. Get that bag, CJA. My guy, man. Hey, thank you all for tuning in. This has been another episode of Good Morning Battle Rap on behalf of CJA and everybody tuned in. As always, keep it battle rap, peace and love. We out.
Thank you, man.